See, this is what your skies are supposed to look like. This is what it is supposed to look like right here. See how beautiful it is? How blue my sky is? If your sky doesn't look like this, it's because you haven't got enough Orgone in your area. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be giving a lesson on how to make Orgone blasters, okay? That's what we're doing today. We're doing an Orgone blaster lesson. See, these are my copper coils. Once you get your copper wire going, you just wrap it clockwise, and I'm gonna show you how to do that too. I want everybody to see that this is just I went to Home Depot, and it's just 14 gauge solid copper wire. Here's a piece of it in my hand. I just basically strip it using some strippers, and then I wind it clockwise, and it comes out looking like this. And we're gonna go back there, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Alright, so see, I got some, I can't believe it's not butter spray. You can use vegetable oil, you can use whatever kind of oil you want. You can use WD-40, just some kind of a lubricant to get it in the pan, so when you pop them out, they come out easy. So what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to show you how, and this is with one hand, so it's going to be kind of hard, but I'm going to show you. You take it, you do it clockwise. So hold it right here. You should be winding it just like this, clockwise. Alright, so there you go. We got us a clockwise coil, and it looks like you're going up the stairs. Either way you do it, you want to make sure that you don't. You want to make sure that you don't do it counterclockwise. You want to make sure that you do it clockwise. So it should look like that, okay? And you basically just drop that in there. Then you're going to need quartz crystals. And the clearer the crystal, the more energy it's going to have, the more stronger your Orgone's going to be. I had crushed some up earlier because I had some really big pieces. But I have some over here. These are not really typically what you want, but this is just kind of what I have right now that I'm working with. But these are Tibetans, and they're double terminated. So I'm just basically going to crush these up and use them in my Orgone. And I'm just kind of out of the clear one, so I'm just using what I have left, and this is pretty much all I have left. But Arkansas clear quartz is the best quartz to use. Arkansas clear quartz. Plenty of people on eBay selling it, and plenty of websites. I'll even provide some links. But this is Tibetan. I got off eBay. It's like 11 bucks a pound, and they work good. It's not like they're bad or anything, but the more clear the crystal is, the more energy it has. So as you can see, look at my skies. I mean, they pretty much, they see what I'm doing. So they're spraying 24/7 around me, because they have this technology that can see once you start Orgoning an area, and they try to come and spray double time in your area. But it doesn't matter, man, because I'm ready. I got my cloud buster going right here. Check that out. I got a big old monster power wand right there. That thing is a beast. And then I have it's kind of like another cloud buster I made. It's just out of some PVC pipe, and I found that I was driving one day and I found this piece of a vent. It just happened to fit perfectly on top of it. So, but yeah, you need cloud busters really help. But you don't even need a cloud buster. All you need to do is get enough of these in your area. Toss them in your forests. Toss them in your streams. Toss them next to the cell phone towers in your area. And this is kind of like the finished product of what I just made. And man, it's amazing. It doesn't let their chemtrails work. Their weather modification doesn't work. I mean, if you go outside and it's not looking like this in your area, that's because they're using HAARP to make weather modification. They're doing tornadoes. They're doing hurricanes. All that stuff is man-made. And if you live in Tornado Valley, the first thing you should, or if you know somebody that lives in Tornado Valley, you should be telling them to make this and distribute it through your neighborhoods to protect you from those tornadoes. I promise, if you have this in your area, you will not be touched by a tornado. And if you do get touched, let me know. I'll eat my words. But yeah, I mean, just look for yourself. It's beautiful. It is simply beautiful. So let me crush these up, and then I'm gonna show you guys how we do it. Let me even show you. This is how I just got me like a little metal spice thing here, and I put my crystal in it. I'm gonna cover it like this with a rag, and I'm gonna smack it with the hammer until it breaks. And that's how you can crush up your crystals if you got some big pieces. Okay, so I took my quartzes, I crushed them up. Big one I had, and this is what they look like now. I'm got them in some nice decent pieces. So here's my tray. I'm gonna go grab my copper coils and slap them in here real quick. Oh, actually, before I do the copper coils, now you don't have to do this. I'm using 14 gauge. If you usually use 14 gauge or 12 gauge copper, you don't have to do this, but I happen to have some stranded copper wire here. And what I basically do is I take my stranded, oh, you can't see, I take the stranded copper wire, and I use some scissors and I cut them up and put them in there so it gives it a nice extra boost. And I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. So what I'm doing, I got my copper coil with my scissors, and I'm just chopping them up, and I'm putting some copper inside each one. So check it out. This is what it's going to look like. Gives it a nice kick. I love copper. Alright, so I'm going to go get my coils and finish this off, and I'll show y'all what it looks like. And see, they come like this, and they let you know, hey, you know, we don't like what you're doing. This is all day long. They fly over me like that. Chemtrail planes. I wish he'd have been spraying. I sure would have showed him. But yeah, you're gonna get that kind of harassment when you start making it. Don't worry about it, because I mean, if you don't do it, that crap they're spraying up there is not good for you. So what are you gonna do? You want them to kill you and your family, or you want to protect yourself and your family? Look at that, putting holes in the clouds, man. See, that's how strong the Orgone is, man. See this one right here? Putting holes in the clouds, baby. That's how potent it is, man. It's no joke. This is what you want it to look like. If your neighborhood don't like this, that's because you're getting fake weather. Fake harp. Oh, there goes one. Look, here we go. Say hi, mister. There goes one of their chemtrail planes. He's not chemming right now. Yeah, I got this guy on video like 100 times already. And they let you know they don't like what you're doing, and they see I'm trying to make this video and show you guys how to do this. They're trying to let me know, hey, don't do that. And don't worry, it's already done. Alright, just kind of want to show everybody here. Let's bring it over here. See how I got that copper in there? I got copper in each one of them. Looks good. I sprayed it down with the butter spray. Alright. Alright, now I'm just going to put our copper coils in there, which we wounded clockwise. See that? Isn't that look pretty? Copper. I love copper. Alright, see copper. Now I wanted to let everybody know out there that when I first started doing this, I found the tower busters. That's how this all got started, with the tower busters, and they work and they're great and everything. But these New World Order goons, they're kind of they're tricky. You know, once they figure something out, they get a strategy for it. So what they basically do with the tower busters is they send the little, like usually what I would see after I would gift the towers, they send a little work truck over there, and they increase the dead orgone, the DOR, which is what the EMF pollution that those towers are emitting. They increase it, so I have to keep going back and re-gifting it. So that's why I started making. I found Orgone blasters, and I just got tired of doing that, and it was just like a war, back and forth. I would gift, they would send the trucks back, a gift, and man, I have a cloudbuster and everything, and what they do by increasing the DOR on those towers, it doesn't let your cloudbuster work properly. So I mean, I would have just like so many clouds, they would be blocking the sun, and that's the whole point, is to block the sun so the sun can't hit your cloudbuster, and you basically, this cloudbuster can't work properly. So I just kept on kept on looking for some new strategies, and I kept praying to God, and I was like, man, there's got to be something I can do, and God just kept leading me to the Orgone blasters. So I was like, okay, Orgone blasters, even though it takes copper, it takes more crystals, it takes a little bit more work, it's definitely worth it, because one of these takes out a whole tower. It doesn't matter, they can send that truck back and do whatever he wants. I promise you, you throw one of these at a tower, it's over with. You're never gonna have to come back again. So there you go. You see, I'm putting my quartzes in here. I'm putting my quartzes in here. And the more quartz you put in there, the more energy it's gonna have. So the stronger it's gonna be. So I try to fill them all the way up as much as I can, because that's gonna be more energy. You're gonna have one really strong Orgone piece. And one thing I found is just putting these like in the forest somewhere, wherever you find a heavily wooded area where nobody can get to. Usually, like, I'll be driving off the freeway and I'll see some woods that are just so heavily wooded and you really can't walk into them. I throw them in there, and they work with nature. So like, the more woods and trees and bushes and things like that they're around, those trees and those bushes and things are already letting out positive Orgone. Anything with life, plants, animals, us human beings, we're all positive Orgone. So when you see a whole bunch of trees and bushes, they're already letting off positive Orgone. Now you're throwing these in there, which is complementing it, and those woods and those heavily wooded area, bushed area, you're just complementing it, and it's becoming even more powerful Orgone emitter, which is really what you want. So taking out the towers, throwing them in woods, throwing them in water is what you want to do. So as you can see, I'm loading these bad boys up, loading them up as much as you can. And there's going to be the naysayers, there's going to be the skeptics, there's even the government. I mean, the government really hates this stuff. They don't want people making it, so they have the COINTELPRO disinfacto agents. They got people on YouTube setting up fake YouTube accounts, and all they do is they go to people's videos and channels and they try to discredit them and say, oh, you're a crazy nut, you're a loon, ha ha ha, la 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 la. Whatever, man. It's too late. Too many people know about this right now, and they're doing it. They're taking the necessary steps to protect themselves from tornadoes, hurricanes, chemtrails. And there's nothing they can do. They know it's too late. We already know about it. We're spreading the knowledge. We're getting it out there. The best thing they can do is pack up and go into their underground bases and hide. That's the best thing they can do at this point. So I'm going to finish loading these up, and then we're going to come back and pour. Okay, see, I got them all loaded up with quartz crystal. Okay. Now I'm going to go, we're going to put some aluminum shavings in it.